Up to the top of the arc now. Held by Span. Fires it in the corner to Bach, down low to Parsons, back over to Reinhardt. Good movement from the Broncos. Bach nearly going out of bounds, recovers well on that one. Barrington trying to get everything back under control. Down low, puts it on the floor, fires it underneath. Reinhardt lays it up and in. A great possession there. Up at the top of the arc, fires it over now into the corner. 5:15 remaining in the first quarter. Barrington up 5-2 in the Mid-Suburban League Battle of Giants. Conant last year, Hunter, came into this building and put on a dunking exhibition against the Broncos. They're looking to reverse that from last year.
Conant was a very athletic team last year.
Definitely. Span here showing a little explosiveness. Gets the block and the foul. Span kept his motion through the hard foul. Definitely. And it'll put the Broncos up 7-2. That one is up and in. The Broncos extend their lead to 8-2. Held in the corner. Fired over now. Held at the top of the arc. Thought about the three. Decided to dish it off. Conant's had a lot of ball movement, Hunter, but no real opportunities to score. Moving their feet well. He'll try to drive, and this one pops it back out. Takes it to the elbow. It's just pass after pass from Conant, not willing to fire a shot. That one out of bounds, but it'll stay with Conant. The inbounds pass with 4:13 to play. Dished inside, kicked around a couple of times. The Broncos come away with it. Alperin holds, fires it to Bach in the corner, fires up a three. That one's off the front iron. The Broncos get another shot at their possession here. Span fires it up to the top of the arc. A great play by Reinhardt underneath, fires it up top to Alperin. Alperin holds, they'll chew a few seconds off the clock. Swiped away by Conant, and they'll look to try and overturn this early deficit. Inside drive, the SWAT team showed up on that one, Jason Bach, but the rebound put up and in by Agaria. A good inside play and able to keep with it. Span holding now, 2:30 to play in the first quarter. Span from deep. That one is short, rebounded by big number 25, Ryan Davis, the 6'8 center. A three-pointer, a little long, held in a great offensive play. A deep three from the big man, can't get it to fall, and a rebound by Reinhard. A deep pass to Bach, lays it up and in. Timeout, Conant. The first time out of the game with 2 minutes to play. The score, Barrington 10, Conant 4.
Test. Test. Testing. Test.
Testing 1. Testing 2. Testing 3.
It's better. Is it really loud? Oh, now turn it down. We'll turn it down now.
Yeah. Now it's so loud. Oh, it's so loud now.
Testing. We rejoin you now. Had a couple of technical difficulties. Now you can hear the excellent voice of Hunter Kingwill next to me. Taken. You can. Fired up. A three-point attempt to pull it to a close game. Way short.
Great rebound, though.
Fired into the corner. Conant starting to fire off more shots on their possessions, Hunter. Looking a little better than their early slow start.
Yes.
Up top by Davis. Fires it over to number 4, Koval. A deep three from NBA distance. And he knocks it down.
What a great shot.
A one-possession game.
Great shot.
Spann will take it over the half-court line. He'll drive into the corner. Nobody's stopped up. Great defensive play. Takes it into the key. That one is swatted, and Conant will look to run.
They just smothered him there. That was great defense down
Inside
low.
to Davis. Tripped up a little. Gets it up. Takes the foul, and he'll go to the line with 51.9 seconds remaining. The first free throw attempt up and in. That man is 6'8", draining foul shots like he was a 5'8" point guard.
He had a three-pointer too, and he had a good all in the center.
On the official roster here under Davis's name, it has him listed as a power forward, a small forward, and a center.
Wow, so he does a little bit of everything, huh, Ben?
Yeah.
You want a player like that on your team.
Davis will come out. 10-9 the score, 51 seconds remaining in the first quarter. Pretty good action early on
bringing
here.
it up.
Parsons over to Lester, who makes his first appearance in the game. He's got a hot hand from three-point. That one, a push on number 12, Scott McCullough. 41.7 seconds remaining in the first quarter play. 10-9 the lead for the Broncos. Will Rader, the junior guard, will take it in the backcourt. Fires up a dangerous pass.
Yeah,
Johnson comes down with it.
That was a risky pass there, Ben. Jesus.
Mark Johnson, a great jumping reach, was able to get up there and get it. Bach will loft it over to Rader. Inside, tried to find Lester in the corner. A little too hard from Parsons. That one out of bounds.
It's like the Barrington Broncos have lost their mojo the last few plays here, Ben.
That's true. The Broncos came out early. Their defensive ability to move their feet and really track Conant's offensive movement was exceptional. And now they find themselves in a pretty evenly matched game.
So now it seems like that timeout by Conant earlier was a very good timeout. They got themselves settled.
The Conant timeout came at the perfect time.
Yes.
Taken there by Scholes. He'll hold the ball under his arm like a loaf of bread, just letting time run off the clock there.
It's a good analogy there, Ben.
6 seconds left. Driving, pulls up the jumper.
Wow.
Beautiful
dead
stroke.
eye. Great shots.
The buzzer will go. That one's good if it goes, and it's off the iron. At the end of the first quarter, The score, the Conant Cougars 11 and the Barrington Broncos 10. The Cougars, Hunter, came roaring back in the second half of that quarter.
Yes, they did.
They went on a 9-0 run to close that one out, and they find themselves up by 1.
So that timeout by them, I think baseball really got them that
I think that had a huge impact. They were able to overturn Barrington's offensive success, which was nearly unstoppable.
Yeah, it was.
Barrington, if they were failing to score in possessions, it was because of missed shots. Conant now starting to catch up, starting to play a little more in tune with the Broncos.
Yeah.
As we head to the second quarter, once again the score for all of you at home, Barrington 10, Conant 11. Conant came back on a 9-point run to take the lead there.
And here's the start of the second quarter, Ben.
We'll
Let's
see
what
who
both
sets
teams
the
can do.
tone here.
Yes, yes.
That'll be a big indicator of who's going to continue to dominate this game.
Definitely.
So far, it is the even matchup that we would have expected coming into it.
Yeah, it's been a good game by both teams. A lot of defense been playing and everything. It's a really well-matched game for both teams.
Two of the best teams in the conference.
Yes.
Facing off here. Barrington coming into the season having a better than expected year.
Yeah, they have, definitely.
Taken by Alperin, and we're underway. The score, Barrington 10, Conant 11 here to start off the second quarter. Alperin around midcourt, looking for someone, a great double team. Finds Johnson. Alperin thought about the three. He'll take it into the lane. Back out to Johnson. The pull-up three. No good. Rebound by Conant.
Conant's just playing great defense right now, Ben.
They're moving their feet well. The double teams are being timed well, and something that's even bigger is after they go for that double team, they're able to get back.
Yeah,
quickly.
exactly.
That three falls for number 12, Scott
He was
McCullough.
wide open there. He was wide open. Barrington's got to move their feet more. They got to close out better than that.
That makes it a 12-point run for the Cougars now.
Yeah, they've done very well these past
Reinhardt
5 minutes.
Near the bend of the arc, up to Johnson. Around the timeline, fires it down low. Parsons looked to turn and shoot, but he fires it back out to Johnson. Looked for Bach. A bit of an errant and sloppy passing play from the Broncos to start off the second quarter.
That's a... Wow.
We see it again, Hunter. Right as I said, the errant and sloppy passes. That one intended for Johnson.
Yep.
Fallen by the wayside.
It's
off of Johnson. Conant with the ball now. A chance to make this a 3-possession game with a 3-pointer.
Wow. It's great defense by them.
Arriga fires it over to McCullough. Back up top to Rajat Mittal. Thought about the three, stepped up, and the block party was hosted for him there as Parsons stepped up and made sure that was going nowhere near the rim.
That's the kind of defense Barrington's playing in the earlier in the first quarter. That's the kind of defense they were playing.
Span will take it and bring it over half court. Fired down low. Bach finishes.
Great finish by Bach.
Puts it up
there.
and in. Barrington within 2 now. After a huge early lead, they've finally broken that 12-point run that Conant roared off. Down low, fires it back out. The on-the-move three-pointer.
Wow.
In and out. A great shot, but a rebound from the big man. Span tips it around, still flying around there. Another block, and the foul call on that one.
Barrington's got to start boxing out better here, Ben. Conant's got a lot of second-chance opportunities this game.
And it's come to hurt him, and especially with the fouls we're seeing drawn by Conant, that could come to hurt the Broncos later in the game.
Definitely. Mark Johnson texted.
The free throws here from Davis. That one is good.
Great free throw shooter.
The stroke of a 5-8-point.
Yes.
4-point deficit now. Span at the timeline fires it back over to Alperin. Bach will try to get a three. That one is no good. Foul on the floor. I believe the ball will stay with the Broncos.
Just Barrington just out of
there.
there.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it
is a block on Anthony Span. Wow.
Barrington is just out of their system right now, Ben.
They came out what looked like a team that could dominate the game if they continued their play. And at this point in time, Conant are definitely the team in control.
Definitely.
Inside to Davis. The big man lays it up and in. Barrington's going to have to figure out a way to stop him inside.
That's probably a smart timeout by them.
Maybe that's what Brian Tucker's doing there with the timeout. Regardless of whether he's putting up the ball or not, he's either drawing a foul, getting a rebound, and firing it back out, or putting it up and in. They have to figure out a way to either keep him out of the key or fight for rebounds. What's wrong? It's at full battery power.
We're good.
That one out of bounds. It'll stay with the Broncos off of Davis's foot. Inbounds pass. Parsons goes up hard, gets the foul, and can't get it to fall in. But the Broncos with a chance to put points on the board. Conant on a 16-2 run at the moment.
Yes.
And Coach Tucker will look to get Miles Lester into the game now.
During the timeout, Ben, I saw on the Barrington side, Brian Tucker was actually arguing with the ref. I couldn't make out what he was arguing about, but there's clearly something that Tucker does not agree with the refs on during this game.
You know, I think most likely it would be the play inside against the big man Davis.
Yeah.
The stroke of Parsons, that one falls. Barrington cuts the lead of Conant to 5. Looking for a pass, fires it back out to the top of the arc. Davis in the corner. Thought about the 3. Inside to Davis. Great block.
Oh.
Wow. Yet another foul called. And I think that is most likely what Coach Tucker's gripe has been with the officials.
These refs are calling a lot of calls here, Ben. They're really calling it out.
You know, and I think Davis, that's a part of his game. Knowing his size, he's going to draw a lot of fouls, and I think that plays into it.
Smart.
First free throw is good. He has not missed a free throw all night. A great stroke.
Great shooter. For how big he is, he's great at it.
2 substitutions now for Conant.
And the junior Will Rader also checks in for Barrington.
The second free throw from Davis is no good. Rebounded by Lester, and they'll look to push here.
A different setup for Barrington with all these players. It's a different lineup. A lineup you probably wouldn't see them use often.
Fired into the corner. Bach with a chance to cut the deficit.
There we go.
And he will fire that one in. But a long
you got to get back
pass,
on defense, Barrington.
That one is in.
That was too easy.
Barrington figured out their offensive rhythm, but then a long stretch pass catches them out of position at the other end. Another pass deep. The block party is hosted by Lester.
Great chase down block there.
And number 2, Ben Scholes, was the one invited to that party.
It's a great block, great hustle.
The inbounds pass taken by Mattal. Held, fired into the corner. Thought about it, fired it out again. Scholes holding near the bump in the arc. Held at the top now. Over to Mattal again. Great ball movement from the Cougars. 4:05 to play. Conant up 21-16. He'll drive. Took a few too many steps. No call though, but he misses the layup anyway. Barrington will push the other way. Rader to Lester in the corner.
just inside the arc to Parsons to Bach now. Holding it, finding Lester, thought about the three. A long pass.
Risky pass.
Corralled in by Alperin, a very risky play. Bach now 4-3. Got it!
Wow! He's really torching it right now,
The
Ben.
Broncos pull within 2. Jason Bach's long three-pointer from the corner.
Great plays drawn up here by Tucker. Forget Bach open, the shooter.
A 3, no answer there from the Conant Cougars. Barrington can run and tie the game here. A great move. Stutter step inside, no call. And Conant will now go
Great
back
move,
on the
everything but
attack.
the finish.
Over to Scholes. Recently named Comcast Sportsnet Chicago Tribune Player
Yes.
of the Week.
Yes.
So a player to look out for. Arriga in the corner finds Matal. Davis, offensive foul.
Wow.
And the Broncos will get the ball back. 2:56 to play, Hunter.
We've got a
Conant
good
up
game.
21-19.
We've got a good game here, Ben.
Barrington just one. Conant commits one more foul. Barrington is in the bonus. At the end of the quarter, at the end of this quarter, which will be halftime, that could be big. Taken across half court, Alperin at the timeline. Looks to drive, but a great time. Double team finds Bach in the corner, but they're all over him on that one.
Yeah, they are.
Down low, Raider. Raider slipping up on the layup chance.
There we
to
go.
redeem himself. Lays it up.
Hey,
and
great hustle there by Raider. Great job.
Will Raider missing the layup underneath. A redemption play from him.
Type of basketball you want to see played out of a player.
Raider moving his feet well, fired up and in, a great offensive
That's a great
move.
drive there by Conant.
23-21 the score, favoring the Cougars. 2:10 to play in the half. Raider down to Lester, over to Bach from NBA distance. I think he thought about it for a second there. Raider
And
from
Raider.
deep. That one off the iron. Foul called on Alperin for an over the back. Mark Johnson back in for the Broncos, and Davis, the big man, back in for Conant. The inbounds from Matal finds Aria, back to Matal. They'll look to break Barrington's press here. Good job from the Broncos, but now they got to get back. He'll look to drive, foul called on Johnson.
I mean, that's a smart foul. He was really going for that basket there. He was head first. He
Is
had
there going to
everything
be a
down.
foul, or he lets him go by?
Yeah.
Johnson was a bit too far out of position to try and make a play. Conant now in the bonus with the next foul. They will head to the line to shoot. 1:45 remaining, 23-21. Conant up.
Good play.
The mid-range juper, no good. Rebounded by Raider. Takes it across half court over to Parsons. Back to Bach from deep. Jason Bach can't get that one to fall. Raider fought for the inbounds. Another foul call.
I mean, Ben, the way this man Bach's been playing, I thought that one was going in, even with the defense on his
anytime he
face.
gets the ball, doesn't matter how far away from the basket he is in three-point land.
I completely agree.
I think I could see him throwing it up and in. They'll shoot the 1-and-1 after that foul. I don't think with the fouls as many being called, Hunter, in my opinion, the Broncos aren't playing overly aggressive. Just
they're not.
A bit too few touchy calls. That one is in. It'll extend the lead to a 3-point game, 24-21, Conant over the Broncos. 1:30 to play.
Yep.
That one is off the front iron, rebounded by Parsons.
Johnson to bring the ball up.
A superstar on and off the court, Mark Johnson.
Yes.
Character. Looks for Bach on the far side. A dangerous pass from Raider finds its mark. An inside dribble by Parsons
Sloppy
goes
play
off
there
the
by
foot of the
Barrington.
defender. He thought about pulling up for the three, but he'll slow it down. 1:05 to play. Deep three, no good. Davis looked for the rebound, but Raider will look to push for the Broncos. Hits out.
Great inside pass
Fires
by
it up,
Raider.
no good.
No finish there.
Broncos just missing rebounds, Hunter, but a great recovery by
There we
Alperin.
go. Barrington's having all the
That's
efforts.
the second time we've seen a Barrington player miss an easy layup,
Yep.
and the second time they've gotten a steal and redeemed themselves.
It's great effort there. It's the type of basketball you want to be playing.
1 point game, Conant leading 35 seconds left in the half. Down low, Mittal holds it at the bump in the arc.
He's looking
checks
at the clock.
Yep. They might hold for the last shot here, but still
I mean, there is no shot clock in high school basketball. They can take as much time as they want.
And it looks like
it's
they
the
will.
smart thing to do. You have the lead and everything. Why take up a quick shot? You want that lead going into half. And it brings
10
a lot
seconds to play. Conant up by 1. Let's see how this half finishes. He'll look to drive, fires in the corner. The three, in and out. Davis the rebound. That is good. Hunter, that'll be the halftime buzzer. We'll catch you after half. Hunter, a great first half offensively and defensively for the Broncos at the start. Fell off a bit in the middle of the first and second quarters. They'll look to fire back here in the second half. The score, as we go into halftime, the visiting Conant Cougars 26 and the Barrington Broncos 23. We'll catch you after the halftime. Ladies and gentlemen, we rejoin you for the second half of play here from Barrington High School. The score 26-23 in favor of Conant in this Mid-Suburban League matchup here. Hunter in the first half. Conant came roaring back from a deficit, and they now find themselves with a 3-point advantage. The inbounds pass taken by Arguia. Held, fired over now. In the corner, an early three. That one's a bit long.
Good rebound by Bach.
Hunter, without the presence of the big man in there, you see Barrington getting a lot more
Yeah.
rebounds. Span takes it around the timeline. Over to Alpern. The Broncos looking to slow things down. A drive from Bach. A floater, no good.
Good
Rebounded
drive,
by
though. Good
Reinhardt.
rebound.
Thrown up again and no good. The Broncos rebounding seemed to be improved here.
Yeah.
A
Good call by
travel,
the ref. Good call.
and Barrington regains possession here. 7:18 to play,
And I
26-23
bet you
Conant.
Ben Tucker was definitely talking about that during the halftime
And I
about
think
getting that
so,
rebounding.
yeah. I think the Broncos, for them, that was their Achilles heel in the first
Yes,
half.
it definitely was.
And the fouls on the inside.
Yeah.
Alpern yelling with Coach Tucker on the sidelines there. Not sure what was going on, maybe getting a play call. But they'll resume. Span driving in, looks for a man.
Wow.
Absolutely stonewalled on that one. Drive by
That's an
Davis.
easy one. Yep.
Fouled by Alpern. A
Great
definite
drive.
foul there, but a great
Yeah.
move.
Yeah.
And I would say usually against big men, I'd be fine with fouling.
Yeah.
But
yeah, exactly what I was about to say, Ben.
But Davis has been golden from the line
He
tonight.
just is a great shooter for his size. Yeah.
I'll say it again. He's
Yeah.
6'8". He shoots him like he's 5'9".
Yeah. Got a Steph Curry stroke to that.
That's what you like in a center.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
The back end of the two shots. Up. And again.
You see that a lot in the NBA now, Ben. It's the big men that shoot a lot now. It's evolving.
Definitely. Span will take it. Looking to get something going. The double team defense from Conant has been exceptional so far in the second quarter and the early second half.
And that's some great defense there.
Out of bounds. Bach got in the way of that one, but Conant retains possessions. 6 minutes, 33 seconds remaining in the third quarter. 28-23, Conant over Barrington. We'd like to thank everyone for joining us here tonight on a Friday night, trying to get you back in the mood for some school and some winter basketball.
Yes, sir.
As the conference play has been heating up in the Mid-Suburban League. Barrington's played one conference game against Hoffman. We saw that one here. As that shot from Davis goes off.
That was an awkward rebound.
Fires it over to Johnson, the no-look
Risky pass, yeah.
Up top, Bach for three. Oh, good. Rebounded by Johnson. Foul underneath.
Oh.
Not sure who they're calling it on. Number 33.
Parsons.
Wow.
33 Parsons. These refs they're calling a lot, Ben.
They're calling
they
a
sure
lot.
are.
Alpern almost swiping that one
that
away
was-
from Skoll. Scholes, excuse me. Over to Mattal, back to Scholes. Great ball movement. The three, that one will fall
He
off.
runs back. Wow! Great effort. He knew he wasn't going in. He traced it back down. That's a great move.
And also, even though Conant did get that rebound, we saw Mark Johnson with a great block out of
Yes.
Davis, something they need to continue
Yeah,
to do.
they definitely do. Johnson, he's an aggressive player.
An aggressive player, and I think that's why Coach Tucker put him on the big man. Even though there's taller guys that he could put on him, Johnson's aggressiveness.
He's got more meat on his bone than
and
the
his
other
defensive.
centers.
Davis thought about a three from the 6'8" center, but inside to Davis lays that one up and in.
He's just too big, Ben. He's just too big.
He's been killing Barrington, and timeout by Coach Tucker. A 30-second timeout. The score with 5:26 to play in the third quarter. Conant 30, Barrington 23. Something, if we look at the scoreboard right now, Hunter, that we have to take into account is that Barrington, not even 3 minutes into this half, already has accrued 3 fouls.
Yep. And I think almost all of them have been on the big boy Davis.
Davis getting inside, whether it's a rebounding or a shooting foul.
Yeah.
He's been taking knocks all night.
Yeah.
And we've seen him work through that, being able to drive in, back off defenders. When you're 6'8" and you're about, I don't know, 270 pounds, you can do that.
There.
Barrington still looking for their offensive spark here in the second half. Alperin will lob that one into Span.
Lets the ball dribble out so he doesn't waste any time.
A great move.
Yeah, I love doing that. It's a great thing.
Even though there's still around 5 minutes left, you don't know how much time you're going to need.
Exactly.
Barrington's got to get something going here. Over to Alperin. To Bach in the corner. 4-3. Got it!
There we go.
Jason Bach finds his stroke in the second half. The Broncos pull it to a 2-possession game.
Exactly what Barrington needed by Bach.
The three from Mattal. That one off the back iron. Definite push underneath from Davis. Didn't seem very intentional, but the big man, a bit too big for Bach as he went down hard on that one. Alperin will take it up. Barrington taking their time here, slowing it down. Something that seemed beneficial.
Yeah. They might have been rushing a little bit too earlier.
Bach from deep. Short off the front iron, rebounded by Arguia.
Like I said earlier, you think that man's going to make every shot he puts up.
And so far, he almost has. The three from Scholes. That one's in and out. Unlucky bounce.
Unlucky.
Wow. Technical foul on number 12.
You can really hear the Barrington fan section getting
They're
really
liking
riled
that
up.
one.
Yeah, they are. They're really getting into that one, Ben.
So 2 shots coming. I believe it was Alperin who got fouled. The Conant parents not enjoying that call from the officials, but a bit of an aggressive play for where the ball was not even in action in that area.
Do you think it was an attitude play, like he was just mad? And
I think it was just a bit too physical on guarding his man.
Yeah.
And I think especially since it was away from the play, but Bach not taking advantage of it.
And now we see the Conant crowd getting into it too. It's a rivalry here even with the fans.
Bach's second shot is in. Barrington will take the inbounds pass in the backcourt. 30-27 the score in favor of Conant. 4:25 remaining in the third quarter. Barrington, after that timeout by Tucker, have really regained their composure.
Smart timeout.
Alperin the inbounds pass, taken up by Bach now, something we don't usually see.
Yeah.
Alperin will hold at the timeline. Driving now in the corner. Bach will pick it up. The jumper swatted away.
I don't know about that call there, Ben. That was...
It was an aggressive play. Body, but he also got the ball, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Kicked ball called on the Cougars, and Johnson will inbound it underneath the hoop. No one getting open. Fires it into Alperin. Over to Span in the corner. Takes the pull-up. Jump shot, no good. Rebounded by Scholes.
Good move by Span, though.
Span not being very productive with his shooting, but the offensive passing and catalysm as that one bounced it off the back iron. Charge, and we're going the other way.
Great play by Mark Johnson. And I think, Ben, of the games that I've seen with him, he gets at least one charge a game.
He plants his feet well on the inside. He's not he's not easy to draw off of his position. And you see that right there. Barrington again going to milk the clock a little. A 3-point game, 30-27, 3:45 left in the third quarter. Barrington, I'd say definitely with the momentum at this point. Great skip pass. Parsons can't find it there. Davis will look to run.
And wow, look at him take up the whole court.
Foul and the bucket.
Wow.
Interesting call there, Hunter. Mark Johnson with his arms straight up in the air.
Yeah.
And they still call the foul.
He's a versatile player, Ben. He's a versatile player. I mean, he brought the ball the whole
burst it
court.
with speed.
Yes. He's a great player.
Lester will come in for Johnson. Barrington's fourth team foul to have both teams racking up a lot of fouls.
Yeah.
And we're just past the halfway point of the third quarter. Davis is back And that is no good. Span will look to run now. Barrington capitalizing. Conant not getting. Span foul, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2.
I'm sorry, but I'm late on this, but did I just see Davis miss a free throw? Is that
Davis with his first
Wow.
miss of the night.
Wow.
Span the front end of the 2 shots. That one is good. A 4-point lead for Conant now, 32-28, 3:23 to play. Both teams with 4 team fouls. That could come into play late in the game.
Yes, it can.
Barrington looking to get the lead back to 3, and it is a 32-29 lead now for Conant. We've sat at this 3-point deficit for the
Yes,
Broncos for a
yeah.
majority of the half.
Yeah. You know, Conant goes on these runs, and then Barrington bounces back, and but Barrington just can't get over that 3-point deficit.
They need to get a little more consistency.
And
as
that could be the
Alpern
play.
jumps
This could be the
pass.
play for that, Ben.
Looks for a pass. The
Wow.
Euro step.
Oh.
Alpern did a great job to continue through that foul. Tried to pick up the 3-point play. That one falls off the iron. A little too much mustard on it.
Yeah. Oh.
Barrington can cut the lead to 1 if Alpern can drain both of these charity shots. First shot from Alpern, a little too hard, falls off the back iron. Barrington needs to take those chances. That's one thing
Yeah.
Conant's done exceptionally well,
Yes.
especially Davis with his foul shooting.
Good Lord.
And it's something that is the reason that they have such a command. Even though it is a 3-point lead, they've been commanding that 3-point lead. Alpern's second shot, no good.
And that
Gotta
could have
make
been
those
big.
when you're
Yeah,
down.
that could have been big, Ben. Got to capitalize on those.
Copper will take it up. Fires it over to McCullough. McCullough in the corner, back to Copper. McCullough to Mittal. Great ball movement from the Cougars. Koliv holding. Still passing it around, not gaining any penetration. Lester almost caught out of
Yeah.
position there. Over to Koliv. McCullough again.
You know, Ben, this Barrington team, they really advocate defense, and
They're moving their feet well.
yes.
Conant with a lot of the possession time. Alpern swipes that
There
one
we
away.
go.
Lester
Lester
with a
Miles
chance. And he finishes.
Great scoop layup.
Barrington cuts the Conant lead to 1. 32-31. The Barrington crowd getting a little more vocal here.
Yep.
Timeout, Conant.
They got to
Barrington,
talk it over, Ben. They got to talk it over.
a big momentum swing late on in this third quarter of
Definitely.
play, and Barrington finds themselves down by just 1. Coming out of this timeout, Hunter, 2:02 to play in the third quarter.
We got us a game here, Ben.
We got
us
a game. Barrington was down 27-32. Now have scored 4 unanswered. Find themselves down by 1.
Barrington was down, I think, 7 at one point
7
during this
points.
half.
And they've roared back here. You're right, it was 25-32, so a 6-point swing
Yeah.
for the Broncos. He walked. No, they're going to call a foul. The inbounds, the 5th foul on
And
Barrington.
you just heard travel all over the Barrington Broncos fan section.
That one's going to be on Alpern for a hand check foul. 1:51 remaining. Conant leading 32-31. He'll fire it in the backcourt to Arriga. Holding, wasting a lot of time, but Span wasn't going to let him do that for too long. Lester makes a great defensive play. Barrington looks to run. Nearly
Keeps
lost
with
it.
it.
Regained. Bach for the 3 in the lead. Got it! The
There we go.
Broncos. Bach 34-32.
Bach is
Jason
playing
Bach's
lights out.
hot hand.
Yes.
Swiped away again.
Wow.
Barrington the 3-on-1. Span. Foul. Can't get the N1, but it'll go to the line. A chance to put Barrington up by 4 if he can sink both of these.
And I was talking to Jason Bach prior to the game, Ben, and I was asking him, you better go off of this game, and he said maybe. His response was maybe. Clearly he has responded to my request.
And we're thankful that he did, as Barrington now with the 3-point lead after Span drains that free throw attempt. Barrington could go up by 4. If he makes this one, they'll be able to sub in Will Rader, who's at the table. That one is good. The buzzer, in goes Rader. Span will come out after really driving hard and making a couple great defensive plays that clawed Barrington back into the lead.
That just shows you the experience of Tucker. Down at half, comes back and now has a 4-point lead against Conant. That just shows you the experience. He knew what to do during halftime and what his team had to fix.
Definitely. Barrington now in the bonus. 55 seconds to play. From deep, McCullough off the iron.
He has an interesting form there, Ben.
An interesting shot from NBA three-point distance.
And he had one of those NBA three-pointers prior to the game.
4-point lead for Barrington. 36-32 laid up. The foul, and Barrington will go to the line.
The Conant fans wanted a travel called there, Ben.
And Hunter, a quick shout out to easily the most loyal fan of BHS TV broadcast, Coach Perry Peterson, the softball coach.
Yes, sir.
Down in Florida, he told me his flight was delayed, said, I need to watch this game. He's watching it now as Parsons misses the front end of those 2 shots. But thank you, Coach P.
Thank you.
Always tuning in, always being a loyal listener.
Big fan.
Big fan. And we'll be out there for some softball games in the spring.
That's what I like
as
to hear,
Parsons
Ben.
fires the back end. That one will roll off the iron and in. A substitution
Gives
now.
Barrington a 5-point lead.
McCullough will come out. Coach probably a little unhappy with his NBA 3-point attempt. And in comes Wackel. Thought about passing it down low. Kolev looking for a man. Hits Wackel in the corner. Double team timed well. Davis down low.
Great play.
Arya lays it up and in.
That was great.
3-point lead for Barrington. 20 seconds left. We'll see if they hold for the last shot. Alperin drives, thought about the floater down low. Parsons, the reverse layup is in.
Go.
A great touch off the glass, and Barrington's lead is back to 5. 5 seconds to play. Down low to Davis. Fires it up at the buzzer. In!
That's Davis for you.
That could be big. That was about to be a 5-point lead going into the final 8 minutes of play. Now we have a 1-possession game.
Yes.
39-36 for Barrington. We'll rejoin you in about 20 seconds for the final quarter of play. Back for the 4th quarter of play. 39-36 the score, Hunter. And something that'll definitely come into play here. Conant has already put Barrington in the bonus with 7 fouls. So the Broncos, whenever there is a foul, will be going to the line. Late in the game, that could kill the Cougars.
That could really do damage to their comeback lead.
And Rader fires it in. Span will look to extend it to a 2-possession game. Rader, a skip pass all the way to Bach. 4-3. Airballed that one. After finding his stroke all night, that one falling a bit off, just a bit. Down low, Argia.
Oh,
No good.
got robbed
Gets
by
his
the
own
rim,
rebound.
but that's
Great
a good
aggressive
effort.
play.
Great effort. Conant fans loved the effort there.
Matal up top. Wackel over to Kolev. In the corner to Matal. Trying to find Davis. Great defensive play. And Span will look to run. He'll hold up a great, smart play there. Barrington with the lead. Don't want to force anything.
No, you do not,
Going
especially
to
in the
use up
fourth
as
quarter.
much time as possible.
Exactly. It's the fourth quarter. Got the lead and everything. Is he gonna? Oh, they're doubling him now. That's not smart.
Great feed
Yeah,
down low.
You're gonna double a shooter. You're gonna leave the basket wide open for them to get easy buckets.
Drive. Swiped away. The Broncos can make it a 7-point lead with a layup. Wow. Span the hero step, but Davis.
Davis responds.
The SWAT team showed up on that one.
And that's another steal.
Sloppy play at both ends. Bach underneath. Foul and the bucket.
Oh, wow.
Bach fights through the hand check and gets it in. Barrington can make it an 8-point game if they can hit this and one.
Bach is playing great, Ben.
It has been an impressive game, not just outside and inside. We've seen him play defensively. We've seen him taking the ball up the court.
Yeah.
So he's filling roles that we've never seen him take on. And in a game like this, it is a huge difference.
I guess I gotta start texting him, tell him to go off for every game.
Yeah.
Must be a good luck or something. I don't know.
If we want a playoff run for the Broncos, I think you should be telling him that every game. And I hope the answer becomes yes instead of a maybe if he's going to be playing well.
Well, he's a very modest player.
Yeah, can't blame him. No reason to be modest, but it's great that he is.
Yeah.
Reminds me of Ray Nairo, the quarterback, the most humble guy you'll ever meet. One of the best quarterbacks in Illinois high school football.
Yep.
As the and one.
Going to Northwestern for football, Ben.
Big man, he's leading the student section tonight over there.
As he should. Leading the football team and leading the student section.
As the Barrington Broncos are leading this game by 8 inside Kolev. The floater, no good. Rebound by Davis again. Fires that one up and in.
Big.
Timeout, Conant. The score with 6:16 to play in the fourth quarter. Barrington 44, Conant 38. We will rejoin you after that timeout. Barrington up 44-38 with 6:16 to play.
Operator, bring it up, Ben. Let's see what Barrington can do here.
Taking his time, and I don't blame him with the lead and the amount of time left. Span driving, thought about the pull-up jumper. Fires it back out to Alprin. Nearly an up and down. Bach double-teamed. That one will go off of Kolev. A great chance to swipe and go the other way, but it just fell off of his hands.
In Conant's defense, I mean, there's still a lot of time left in this basketball game.
We saw Barrington score
Yes, exactly.
8 points within a span of 2 minutes. They have nearly 6 minutes just under that, in fact, to score the same, just get a 6-point comeback. Span shot fake.
That was too easy. Should have shot it. Could have gotten a foul.
Bach, no foul call. Took a lot of contact.
Yeah.
Bach to Span. Alpera now. Barrington holding the ball, chewing up the clock. Well, Reinhardt
Yeah,
back
that's-
into the game.
That's what you want to
Bach
do.
in the
man.
corner
Bach
for the
again.
dagger.
There we go.
Got it!
I'm not even surprised anymore, Ben. I'm not even surprised.
I don't blame you. Bach drains yet another 3. He's been open time and time again. We've either seen Conant press the double team or he's been wide open.
It's when the Broncos do their ball movement is when they really get Bach
When they take
open.
their time,
Yes.
Argia over to McCullough. Back to Argia. 4-3.
Response. Oh.
Wow.
No.
He threw up a brick there.
Oh, jeez.
Carry called on Lester.
Ah, wow.
Hunter,
Come
that shot
on.
from Argia didn't even catch rim.
No,
That was
no.
straight backboard.
Yeah, jeez. I thought I was going to say anything you could do, I could do better kind of play there. But
No
yes.
answer for that, but
Yeah.
the carry on Lester gives Conan a second chance here. And when you talk about second chances, the Broncos have been the benefit of a lot of great steals off of misses
Yes.
that they've been able to capitalize on.
They've stolen the ball really well.
Kolev, deep shot, got it!
Wow, that was
A great stroke
That
and
was-
splash.
wow. That was nice. That was the anything
That
you could do,
was-
I could do better kind of play.
47-41 lead for the Broncos. 4:40 to play. Reinhardt inside. Span takes it
And
underneath.
he's open.
Bach again! Oh! Rebounded well by Alperin.
I swear, Ben, if he made that again,
He's heating up. It's like an NBA jam.
Yeah.
He's made so many in a row, he can't
Yeah.
miss. Span underneath. No foul called. Took an elbow
Span
in
wanted
the
that
face.
call. Span wanted the call.
Davis will take it over. 4:20 remaining. 6-point lead for Barrington.
You can tell
Argia.
Span's a little dazed after that no call.
Bach had the ball underneath the hoop on the rebound. Davis a little too aggressive for the ref's liking.
Yeah. Conan is not liking that call.
Barrington doing a great job of turning the tables
Yeah.
in the foul contest in the first half. Barrington racking up a ton of fouls.
Conan fans they're not happy over here, Ben.
Oh, the referee's just realizing that that is bonus shots for Bach now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And we didn't even realize it too. So
No.
yeah.
So Barrington will shoot
Wow, 9 fouls.
the 1-and-1. The next foul, Barrington will be in the double bonus.
Yeah.
But Barrington getting a chance to extend the lead of 6. And that could be huge here in the late
Yeah.
stages. The front end of the 1-and-1 from Bach. That'll be through. 7-point lead for,
I wish
for
we
the
had a
Broncos.
scorekeeper here. I wanted to know how much Bach
How many
has.
threes? Yeah.
Jeez. He's got to have at least 20.
I'd say he's rained down about 5 or 6 threes, and he's had a
Yeah.
couple of inside
Yeah,
drives.
his free throws. He had that one floater. He had that layup and one.
The
Yeah.
back end of the 1-and-1, no good. The foul called. That'll be a push.
And that's also bonus now for Conant.
6. No, one more. One more.
One more?
One
Oh, okay.
more. I thought so too. The scoreboard lights out on the foul column
Yeah.
for Barrington's
Yeah.
side. So Conant are now in the bonus. Argia wide open. Hesitated a bit too much there.
Yeah.
But he'll go for this
He
three.
respond after that 1-3.
No
There.
good.
All right, that's all right though.
Conant, if you're going to try and get back in this game, you got to
Yeah.
hit those open
Yeah.
three-point shots.
And that's
Inside to Lester, the
Wow.
reversal, no good. The rebound by Bach. Johnny on the spot for that one.
Yeah.
9-point lead for Barrington with 3:40 to play.
I know it's early, Ben, but I think I'm going to give a game MVP to Bach.
No doubt.
Yeah.
McCullough layup.
Was that a block, you think?
No, I think that was off the backboard
the
and the other
backboard?
side, but Conan able to swipe it back quickly. They got to get going here.
Why is he
Argia
so
will drive.
hesitant?
Can't finish. You got to
Jeez.
finish layups when you're down in a game.
Yeah. He was really hesitant. It was like his head's not in the game right now. Poor
He had a
kid.
chance for 3, didn't take that. Decided to drive, hesitated yet again,
Yep.
and threw the layup chance off
Double
the iron.
bonus.
2 shots now for the Broncos. Span will take these. Been good from the line. A great stroke, a great follow through.
Yeah. When you're a driver like him, you want to be good at the free throw line because you're going to get a lot of calls.
Barrington a chance to make it a double-digit lead, the first double-digit lead of the night for
Yeah.
either team, as that shot bounces off the iron and the backboard
And we
and
have a
falls
double-digit
in.
lead, Ben.
51-41 the score, 3:11 to play. Barrington on top.
It's a tale of two halves, Ben. It's a tale of two halves.
I would agree with that. Early in this first half, earlier in the first half, Barrington came out firing. Conant fired back.
Yeah.
In the second half, Conant comes out firing. Barrington answers back.
Yeah.
10-point deficit.
You gotta start going
at the
Conant.
point where they need to start maybe chucking up a few prayers or get something really going. That layup no
that
good.
Did not go their way.
Rebound, jump ball, possession to the Cougars.
.258, Ben. I mean, Conant's got to play some great defense, and they got to get some shots going here, or this game is just going to be a win for Barrington.
The three-pointer, got it.
Go. That's what they
Right
needed,
as
Ben.
you said it, they cut the lead of the Broncos to 7. Spann going to chew off as much time as he can. Johnson, a smart move, holding on to that three-point shot there.
Yeah, definitely.
2:35. Bach underneath the revert. Oh.
Oh, stick to threes.
7-point lead for the Broncos. Mattal thought about the three, drives the floater off the iron.
And we got a 5-point game, Ben.
We got a 5-point game. Conant right back in it. 2:17
That's
to play.
some good basketball. What's Spann doing here?
The trap in the backcourt. Barrington will
Gotta
break
get
the
over
press.
Barrington.
Johnson had a chance at 3. 2:05 left. Foul. Spann will go to the line. You can't do that when you're trying to come back, especially with the Broncos in the double
And
bonus.
especially with Spann, too. He's a good free throw shooter most of the time.
.204 to play. Barrington up 51-46. Spann with the 2 bonus shots here.
And
that one is good.
That's good.
A 2-possession game still. 2 threes. The back end is up and in. 7-point lead
game,
for Barrington.
man.
Outside Cole of another 3. That is off the iron.
Ooh.
Parsons rebounds over to Johnson.
It's going to be hard to come back now, Ben. They got to really...
They'll press broken. Bach driving, finishing, and is a 9-point lead for Barrington. 1:43 left.
It's
Timeout.
Bach's game
Conant.
of the year so far. Jeez.
Jason Bach showing up in a big way right when the Broncos needed him in one of their biggest conference matchups.
Yeah, this was a big game for both teams.
And I'd say for Barrington, Hunter coming off that devastating loss in the Jacobs tournament where they fell 74-48, a big...
You and I were at that game.
You and I were at that game, and it was not pretty in the second half. Jacobs
was
put on a
not.
dunking exhibition.
Yes. And I hate to say it, Ben, but I'm seeing some Conant fans leaving already.
Well, with a 9-point deficit, 142, they will have the ball, but it is looking very bleak for the Cougars at the moment.
Yeah, they're going to need a miracle, especially in high school basketball where there's no shot clock.
For those of you at home, tonight at 11 p.m. on Comcast Sportsnet, I know that's channel 200 for Comcast Xfinity users. Just the sports channels burned into my head. But at 11 o'clock, High School Lights, the high school sports show hosted there on Comcast, they will be featuring this game. Highlights from our live stream will be on there tonight. Anyone check that out if you are interested. The Barrington fans partaking in a bit of YMCA right now.
Yeah. Hey, when you got a lead, you can celebrate
They're
like
getting
that.
excited, and I don't blame them.
Got a comfortable lead, 9-point lead. I mean, hey, get into it, Broncos.
So with the talking about that 9-point lead for Barrington, if you're Conant, what's one thing you got to emphasize here in the last 1 minute 40 seconds?
Yeah, quick shots. Quick
shots. Barrington putting on a bit of a press here. McCullough trying to find an open three.
They
got to take those shots. Davis, a contested three, no good.
Okay.
Got to be smarter.
Yeah. And the Conant fans wanted a travel called on Spann.
They'll foul Spann. That's the last guy you want to be sending to the line.
Him or a Bach.
The start the buses chant
Oh, wow.
from the Barrington. A bold move.
Wow. I mean, Hate to say it, Ben, but it probably is.
If they can put this, if Span makes either of these free throws a double-digit deficit for Conant, that could put them out. Ooh,
Yeah.
a little toilet bowl effect there, but it falls off the iron. The back end of these two shots would make it a 10-point lead for the Broncos. They'll take Johnson off of the line, get 3 guys back on defense so they're ready to take on the Conant rush, whether it's a miss or a make. Span's second shot is good. 10-point lead, 1:22 left. This one looking out of reach. Let's see if the Cougars have a little late-game magic in them. The drive, shot, no good. They'll go to the line. It wouldn't be a bad idea at this point, Hunter, to make the first shot and try to throw the second one off the iron.
Yeah, you
Because
do
at
see
this
teams
point-
do that, especially, I mean, not this early. If it's like 20 seconds left, that's always a smart thing to do.
But I think with a 10-point lead, it's
Yeah,
kind of like in
exactly.
hockey where they pull the
Yeah.
goalie earlier, and especially if you miss that first shot. I think
now
you got to
he's
throw
definitely-
it now.
You think he's got to throw it?
I think he's got to throw it off the iron. I think that even if you get it down to a 9-point game, you know you're going to be fouling to send Barrington to the line to stop the clock.
And number 24 for Conant just whispered something into number 2's ear, so I wonder if he was telling him to throw it off, you know?
We'll see what's going on here. 1:17 left, 10-point advantage for the Broncos. The back end, he'll fire this one. He'll get it in, 9-point lead. The full court press being put on by the Cougars. They'll find Span. Foul, hard foul. Span will go to the line to shoot 2. 9-point lead for Barrington, 1:14 left. The Broncos can close this one out.
You really haven't seen Span score a lot, but he's gone to the free throw line a bunch.
His speed and his agility and his
Yeah.
excellent ball
Yeah.
handling, second to none, has led to a lot of fouls and a lot of chance at charity stripes.
Great player.
56-47 lead for Barrington, 1:14 left. First free throw falls off the iron. Hunter, we talked about earlier in the broadcast last year's game where Conant absolutely obliterated the Broncos. It was a 39-8 at the end of the first
was it
half last
really?
year. Yeah,
They did lose a lot of good seniors, I'm pretty sure.
definitely.
Yeah,
Jimmy Soto's playing
yeah.
at Bucknell. The second shot is in, 10-point lead for
Jimmy
Barrington.
Sotos was,
On
he
fire.
was a hell of a player.
Davis gonna drive. Argia gotta take the shots. Davis fires a 3. The big man, no good. Rebound by Argia. Finds Mattal, fires
What
up
you
a
gotta
3.
do?
Rush shot. Banks in. I'm gonna say that doesn't count. Didn't call bank on that one, but they'll count it on the scoreboard.
If only it was that easy, man.
7-point lead now for Barrington after the 3. Johnson will go to the line to shoot 2 with 50 seconds remaining. Johnson, his first trip to the line tonight, I believe.
Yeah. Pretty sure it is.
Looking to close this one out. 7-point lead. Not insurmountable for the Cougars, but it's certainly
No.
a hard hill to climb. Johnson's first shot off the
Jeez.
front iron. A little flat.
Broncos got they're winning they're going to end up winning this game, but they got to practice free throws, man. They really
It's
got
something that Conant did so well, and it was the reason
Yeah.
that they held an advantage
Yeah.
for a lot of this game. Johnson's second shot is good.
You know what I really noticed, man, is Barrington really focused on Davis the second half, and I think that's what really
Made a
gave them the
big
lead.
difference.
You
The
didn't see much
rebounding.
from him in the second half.
Yeah. The three-pointer, that's going to be off. I could tell from here, but Davis gets the rebound, fires it up.
The big boy gets
Cuts
it.
the
and-
lead to
yeah.
6. 2 3-pointers, and they're back in this, but there's about 39.8, about 40 seconds remaining.
If you could stop them here and not foul them, I mean, you're going to have to foul them because there's no shot clock, but
Barrington could hold, even if there was a shot clock, Barrington could chew a solid 30
Yeah.
seconds off if we're going by college standards.
yeah. Be 24 seconds in the NBA.
I think if you're Conant, a foul is not good enough to claw your way
No,
back in. You need
no.
to get a steal here on the
Yeah.
inbounds pass. And Barrington, if they're struggling to get in the inbounds, they can run up and down that
Yes, they
baseline
can.
as much
and you
as they
don't
want.
really see a lot of people do that. now.
People don't take advantage of it, and it
Yeah.
opens up a lot of passing
does.
lanes. I'm sure Coach Tucker right now drawing something up as we see him
Yeah.
with the clipboard, trying to find a press break.
Mm-hmm.
Conant there, as you see on your screen in the timeout, trying to draw up something, maybe a steal and a bucket play and where they're going to go from there.
Conant's press has got to be great here.
Conant, I believe, with just one timeout remaining. The Broncos with 2, they only took one timeout.
Let's see what Conant
and it
can
was
do.
the timeout that got
Conant,
them
you got to
back
have
on
some good
track.
press here.
Looking for Span.
Oh, my
Parsons
Lord.
deep. Lays it up and in.
Drive home safely, Conant. Beep, beep.
30 seconds to play. 8-point lead. Pull-up jumper. Got it. But the clock continues to run. They'll foul Bach. Bach will go to the line, and this will just be free throws to add to his incredible stats from tonight. As we have a little time here before these final shots. Not calling the game yet. Just want to thank our cameraman, Jordan Janke, on the wide shot game cam up top, the Jankster. Sam Cook down on the baseline cam. Michael Borkin, one of our juniors, on the camera in the player focus angle.
It's a team effort. We can't give credit to both of us.
That's true.
It's everyone.
In the truck, Cameron Cox, Ethan Madison, Alex Gall, an alumni helping out tonight on this broadcast, doing a great job.
Alex Gall used to be where I used to be.
Yeah, we're doing a great job with the camera switching. Barrington makes the lead 8 points. And, of course, Jeff Doles, our supervisor, our creator.
The supreme leader.
The doctor himself. The shot from deep from Mattal. That one no good. Rebound by Davis. That'll be a jump ball. Barrington will get it with 10 seconds left. Up by 8. I'm going to have to call this one.
Yeah. I said it earlier, Ben, but drive home safely, Conant.
They put up a great effort early on in this game. This looked like we'd have a shootout to the last second.
Yeah.
But Span will just look to dribble it out. A foul there. A bit unnecessary with 8 points. 8-point lead and 7 seconds left. They would need to score a point a second to even tie the game. So a bit of a...
It's over, Ben.
A bit of an untimely foul. Some of the fans starting to funnel out.
Yep.
7.5
it was
left.
a great game by Conant. You got to give them credit. They played a hard-fought game.
So you said it earlier. We'll say it now officially. The player of the game goes to
Jason Bach.
On fire from three-point land. Could not miss. Number 2, the junior, showed up big time today.
Yeah. He's been on varsity since his sophomore year, and he played with them during his freshman year too. I mean, he's one of the better players to come out of Barrington.
9-point advantage, 7.5 remaining. Barrington will this clock will wind down into a Barrington victory. Davis will take it, fires up a deep 3. The big man, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. They'll run out the clock, and the Barrington Broncos take the first game after winter break by a score of 63-54.
This had to be a comeback win for Barrington after that devastating loss.
A 7-point deficit right out of halftime.
Yeah.
Dug themselves a hole, came back. They won the second half by a margin of 16 points. Had to do the math there. It's been a while.
Quick math.
But they had a 16-point swing over the course of the third and the fourth quarter to take this win.
It was a great game, Ben, and I'm glad we got to commentate this.
To the Broncos, they moved to 2-1 in conference play. The Conant Cougars fall to 0-2 in conference. As the theme from the famous basketball movie Hoosiers about small high school gym in Indiana and a team that went all the way to state from a small high school gym here in Barrington, Illinois.
I don't know about small.
We're going to be looking forward to the playoff and potential state run of the Barrington Broncos.
Of course.
As they showed their potential here tonight.
Yes,
the
sir.
final score from Barrington High School, the score, the Broncos 36, Conant 54. For Hunter Kingwell next to me as the color man, I'm the play-by-play voice of Barrington Athletics, Ben Picorni, signing off and wishing everyone a good night.
Everyone.